Hi guys, PG here, asking the question, what does it take to run games at 1080p 60 frames per second? Welcome to PG's Budget Builder Guide, where I will give you guys some options on choosing your PC parts. Today we will be featuring the GTX 970, released on September 18, 2014 with an SRP of $329. Here in the Philippines, it was between 15,000 to 22,000 depending on the brand. This was the best price to performance GPU during the time, running games with more than 60 frames per second at ultra detail. But how does this GPU stack up today? We will be featuring my GTX 970, running at 1076 MHz base and 1216 MHz boost with 1664 CUDA cores and 4 gigs of GDDR5 memory. I got this card for used for only 6,000 and I will tell you where to look after the benchmarks. Now since this is a budget oriented channel, we will be focusing on 60 frames per second at 1080p and we will turn VSync on. This is not a comparison video. We are only checking if the GTX 970 can handle games on those metrics. We will be testing games from 2015 to the latest ones. We will also be tweaking some settings if necessary to achieve the buttery smooth 60 frames per second. Starting with Witcher 3, with a combination of high and ultra details, we were able to successfully achieve the goal. GPU was running around 85 to 95% usage. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Again, combination of high and very high settings with pure hair on, which really hits GPU performance, but we were able again to achieve the goal.
What's this?
Next is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. With ultra settings FXAA, GPU was able to hit 50 to 95% usage depending on how intensive the scene is.
OMA systems online.
Rules of engagement. Weapons free. Good to go. 10 seconds. Got 3 more coming up.
Now on to one of the latest games today, Prey. It is another easy game to run on the GTX 970. GPU was running around 50 to 70% usage during the entire run of the game.
Warning, seek shelter. Plasma shockwave in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dr. Yu.
On all these games, including the latest games today, The Witcher 3 is still the heaviest game to run. With some tweaks, we were able to run it in a stable 60 frames per second. During all this test though, we were only hovering around 75 degrees on GPU temperature, so it is safe to assume that the GTX 970 still has a couple of years left on it. The GTX 970 is still pretty expensive though if you are trying to buy new, and I would rather prompt for the GTX 1060. But if you go to the used route though, you'll be able to find the GTX 970 for around 6,000 to 9,000 pesos. It will take some time and patience to find these deals though. You can try to look at buy and sell websites or subscribe to your Facebook buy and sell PC parts in your local area to see if people are selling their old parts, especially with the release of Pascal. If you are lucky enough, you may be able to find it cheaper. Just please make sure before buying the card to test it to see if there are no hidden talents. Those are my thoughts of the GTX 970. If you like it, please share, like, and subscribe. See you guys next time.